Since the dawn of mankind, men have been searching for things to place upon their heads. Our noble ancestors tried and experimented with many things, eventually resulting in the invention of the hat. Not only was the hat used to protect one's head from physical danger or the environment, but it became a symbol of power and respect. Take a look at this big shot from history, a very nice, respectable hat. Now take a look at these two failures. No hat. See the correlation? But what if I told you that there was a secret society of people bent on hiding and covering up hats from the general public? It's true. Take a look outside for yourself. That's right. What do you think, a secret society would just be there in plain sight? You moron, that wouldn't make it a secret, would it? As a result, however, several hats and even taunts go entirely hidden and unused, unseen by the public eye. Until today, when I uncover them and probably get arrested for leaking government secrets yet again. Sam's hat was a beta design, if you will, that was replaced by the Bloodhound for Sniper and Spy. This hat would have been part of the same pre-ordered cross-promotion pack of Sam and Max, the Devil's Toy Box of Max's severed head, the Luger Morph, and the Big Kill. The textures for this hat could be found in the game for a while, but were randomly removed. The Legionaries Lid was a soldier cosmetic that was added for the Man Economy update, but was removed shortly afterwards. It looks like a Roman helmet made up of balloons, if I want to be honest. It was fairly complete for a cut hat though, having its description being an antique from the late Imperial Gallic period. Really reeling in that comedic writing, aren't ya? On top of that, the hat could be painted as well. Although the original code for it appears to be broken, thankfully it can be easily fixed. Seeing how this hat looks like one of those toy hammers you would win at a carnival, I can kinda see why they scrapped it, but tried again later with a defiant Spartan. The Bonkin Flash originally was part of the #1 fan set, being a clear and obvious reference to DC's Barry Allen, the Flash, not to be confused with Tim Allen's Zoom. The hat was eventually replaced with the Bonk Boy in fear of potential lawsuits with DC, although those fears seem to have disappeared in more recent years. The Mummy Eyes was a cut Scream Fortress cosmetic for Pyro that was actually viewable in-game for a short time. The cosmetic itself wrapped Pyro's head in bandages, breaking the lens of his goggles, revealing beady white eyes within. You could see the Mummy Eyes peeking out of the Halloween 2013 bundle, only for it to be removed for unknown reasons 3 days later. The simple Helm is really not simple despite its name. It was added for the Australian Christmas update back in December 17th of 2010. However, it wasn't actually added, hence why it's in this video. Actually, there's nothing to be added with this, except for the materials file name for it, simply calling it the simple Helm and it being an all-class cosmetic. While other scrap cosmetics have at least some texture work done or model work done, this has nothing. The Fancy vs. Nasty was a community update that saw many different reskins for hats and weapons, most of them making it into the game with the Australian Christmas update, except for 2. The Celtic Crown, which looks very similar to the Class Crown, which was released in Scream Fortress 2016, had its files in the game at one point in time, only to be removed. The other hat, on the other hand, never had their files there, at all, and it was a soldier hat called the Patriot. Yet another hat meant for Scream Fortress is a raccoon on Soldier's head. Simple enough. Intended for Scream Fortress 2016 and supposedly being an Assassin's Grade hat that was added into the game only to be removed from the files and even workshopped 4 days later. According to the creator of the actual hat, it was a project that they did early on before even fully knowing how to do anything 3D, so it was already bad from a technical standpoint. The other issue is the name. Added alongside the extremely similar photo badge for the Man Economy update back in 2013, most of the files removed for the game, yet the textures still remain. There were supposed to be a second variant or style choice for the ID badge, yet the files for it were never actually added. Digging around has shown no clear result as to why it was removed. The stamp pin was a scrapped decalable cosmetic whose files were found in Team Fortress Beta, making it one of the oldest cosmetics in the game. It's completely untextured and completely unfinished, but it appears to have been for all classes, in addition to being team colored as well. Much like how Jungle Inferno had several weapons simply cut from the game for no real reason, it also had several cosmetics cut too. Most of these are extremely basic, being a simple ball cap with some text or pattern on it, such as the Manana's hat, with the incredible, amazing description of Manana's logo hat. Still, it's better than the Yeti Park hard hat, whose description is just its name. The other two hats, however, have a bit more flavor put into them, being the Never Forget hat featuring everyone's favorite monkey knot, I hit him real well this video, with the description being Remember the original Manana's spokesman. The second hat is the Mercenary Park. Not that Mercenary Park, this one. Odd name, but its description is well thought out and funny. You went to Mercenary Park and all you got was this stupid hat and dysentery. Display this handsome travel memento in your new home, the bathroom at the hospital. Jungle Inferno even had several taunts lined up to be added to it as well, only for them to get cut from the game shortly after release of the update. All of these taunts are for Spy, oddly enough, such as the Art of War, a possible customizable taunt that had the Spy paint and then hold up a painting. The Au revoir has been in the game since 2015, only to have his backpack image also leaked in Jungle Inferno. It had Spy pull a rose out, smell it, and then throw it to the wind. The French Revolutions emanate some extremely heavy Revolver Ocelot vibes, although I believe it's a tad bit too slow for the whole appeal of a taunt. The Hoodoo Hex is a Scream Fortress taunt also added in 2015, but fully leaked and removed in Jungle Inferno. It's undeniably the most polished taunt here, even having custom assets being evolved. Santé, which means health in French, had Spy raise a toast and drink it. Maybe. The only known part of this taunt is this little notepad in the game files, which is identical to the one used in the Sniper's Most Wanted taunt. In addition, the creator of the taunt has actually deleted the promo for it on YouTube, so we only have these few workshop images to go off of. The Sneaky Feet was a taunt created by the much better at SFM than me, the Winglet, that's his true title to fame, which has Spy snooping around all sneaky-like. The final taunt is actually a nice change of pace, and it isn't a Spy one, but being a Pyro taunt instead, called the Cold Combustion, which was leaked in December of 2020 for Smithmas. Quite odd, as to my knowledge it's usually either 2015 or 2017 for TF2 leaked content. And of course, that wraps it up for all the unused cosmetics and taunts within TF2. But Space Guy, what about the unused, unusual effects? Listen, alright? They're kind of boring, to be honest, and I believe that's been covered before. If I was to go over the effects as well, I kind of want to go over the unused item qualities as well, but I don't have enough information detailing them, aside from speculation at this point, to really make that video. In the future, perhaps. But for now, just, enjoy this one. Sit in it, relish it. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon. I don't really ever plug those, but they exist. I gotta buy time for the credits somehow.